Hey everybody, welcome to the Cripescast. I'm your host, Charlie Berens. We're sponsored by Jolly Good Soda. I'm coming to you from a moving vehicle. We are still on the road, on our way now to Kansas City. And this week's Cripescast is actually different from any one that we've ever done. We got snowed in New Hampshire, and so we didn't have a guest this week. And what we decided to do is take the road crew. Andrew Roffe, a good friend of mine, and opener at a lot of the shows. Bill Doucette, another good friend and opener. And Colleen Muraca, the executive producer of the Cripescast. We all decided to go bowling and do the Cripescast from the bowling alley in New Hampshire because we couldn't go anywhere with the snow. And actually, if you're listening right now and you're like, what is the sound in the background? I'm on the road on my way to a show in Kansas City. My brother John Berens is driving. God bless him. And anyway, before we get into this Cripescast, I do want to say that the tragedy going on in Ukraine is it's just awful, and we're trying to find a simple way to send money to the GoFundMe for Ukraine Humanitarian Fund. Simplest way for us to do that and to help you contribute as well. You go to Cripescast.com. We've got watch out for deer koozies, which are they're a cheaper item that we have, but when you buy them this week, 100% of the proceeds from those sales is going to go to the Ukraine Humanitarian Fund. We are going to donate on top of that, of course, and we picked the watch out for deer because it's just our way of saying, I love you and I support you to the people of Ukraine who are putting their lives on the line to defend their country against a really ruthless dictator, and the people who are fleeing their homes, the people who have died, the people who are injured. So it's a small way to help them, but if you want to do that, again, you can go to Cripescast.com. Just order one of those koozies. 100% of the proceeds will go to them this week. And with that sort of somber tone off the top, we'll get a little bit more goofy, I guess, because we did a whole podcast from a bowling alley. So enjoy that, and thank you all for listening to the Cripescast. If you're sitting there thinking, oh, geez Louise, are they shooting a Cripescast in a bowling alley? The answer is absolute. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We just got a pitcher of beer. We're at Pins in... Bill, where are we?
Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Portsmouth, New Hampshire. That's Bill Doucette, the producer of the Cripescast, joins us this week.
Hello.
Colleen Muraca. Colleen, how's it been producing the Cripescast so far?
It's been an honor. This is episode 90.
This is episode 90?
Yeah, this is episode 90.
That's a big move.
It's an honor.
Is it really? Or are you
yeah.
just saying that because the camera's rolling?
Does it matter?
It doesn't. The reason, here's your beer.
Thank
the
you.
reason why are we doing this episode in the bowling alley, Colleen?
Are you asking me why?
Yeah, as the producer of the Cripescast, why did this seem like a good idea?
Honestly, I think it just kind of was like whatever we could get.
Whatever we could get for this week. So in other words, let me translate. Every week we're supposed to book new guests on the Cripescast. This week we've been on the road and we didn't. We were going to do one today back in Milwaukee, but our flight got delayed due to snow. So it's a snow day, and we are just shooting sort of a behind-the-scenes look at life on the road a little bit. It's me and Colleen. Colleen's, you've been doing this stretch.
Yeah, I've been on the road for a week.
You've been on the road for a week. Started off where?
I started off in Denver. I met you guys in Denver, but you had a show in Salt Lake the day before.
Oh, yeah.
And then we were in Boston 2 nights ago, and then you had a show in Portsmouth yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yesterday. Oh, boy.
It's a Friday. It's a work day.
Yep, we are not letting an opportunity go. Oh, wait, it's my turn to bowl. So here's how it's going to go. First of all, how did you do, Colleen?
I'm winning right now.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I got 1 on the last one. All right, we'll introduce the rest of the people. Colleen, take it away while I go bowl.
I got you. All right.
Oh, is this being
You got that? Yeah.
This isn't live, right?
What?
This isn't live, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Good.
We're here at the bowling alley. Bill, this is Explain what's going on.
I kind of feel like we're news reporters right now, reporting on the latest news on bowling in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
I'm just really excited to be here. This is the only sport that fat people are widely accepted as remarkable athletes. So right now I have 3 pins. Charlie has 1 pin. And you're in the lead with 8
I am.
by a long shot. So watching Charlie bowl, he's surprisingly bad at it. And he also looks like he's being forced to do it, like some kind of work camp situation. He's back. How many did you get? Oh, you got 1 again. Good. That makes 2.
First of all, I do have to say, out of all the places to do a podcast, a bowling alley might be the absolute worst one we could do.
Yeah, there's some
Worst
noise.
decision.
There's some noise control.
There is some noise
We
control
might move it
issues.
to the men's room soon.
A step in the
Hopefully it's quieter in there. Or there'll be different noises, but we can edit those out.
So yeah, I mean, because not only is there the noise issue, but then there's a constant rotating. There's a constant rotating of guests throughout this whole podcast.
right.
This is super good for an audio
Oh
experience.
yeah. Well, you're on the cans, so if something, it was Bill, not.
No, but like I'm saying, if people are listening to a podcast,
Yeah.
I'm sure this is really great.
Oh yeah.
Might be able to cut some of it out.
We're gonna put the whole thing on YouTube. So
Yeah. Well, the whole thing
Yeah.
will be on YouTube if you want to see what this looks like. So Bill, how are your shoes fitting today?
I got 12s because you got 12s, and I didn't want to be bested by you. They're a little big, to be completely honest, but I'm compensating. You ever notice how much a microphone kind of just looks like a robot's penis?
Bill, I think you're up.
Oh, it's Bill's turn. I wanted to hear the rest of this bit. Andrew Roffe, come down to the teal couch. So Andy, how's it been being on this tour stretch? Why don't you tell everybody sort of what you do? Give a little introduction to yourself.
My name's Andrew Roffe, a.k.a. ASAP Roffe. I do a little bit of everything.
What do you mean a little bit of everything?
What?
First of all, where did we meet? Because we've been working together for years.
Yes, we met.
Oh, how we know me? You think that's good? Colleen's giving me production notes mid-podcast. She wants to know, like, how we met.
Yes,
So how'd we meet?
in Los Angeles on Craigslist. Can I just start doing my act?
No,
No.
don't do your bit here. We
We met in Los Angeles.
I think I was in Milwaukee. You were in Los Angeles. I was between Milwaukee and LA at this point.
And I'd seen the first Mana Talk Minute video. I'd been sent it by a couple different people, and I reached out to him, and I said, we should meet up sometime. And you were sick enough to say yes. Boy, was that a big mistake. That's probably the biggest
Huge.
mistake of your life.
No, not the biggest. Definitely up there. Okay.
And so then I started writing some jokes and stuff, and then I would just pitch you different bits and joke ideas over the years on our long car rides, and you said, I know you want to go be a stand-up, you got to go do it. And so finally I went and started doing it, and now we go all over the country, and I'll do 20 minutes or so, and I'm living out my dreams.
Wow, that's really nice. And
Yeah.
then you, I think half of that might be sarcasm. But,
It's not.
Okay.
I was going to start singing.
Okay. No, that's okay. But no, go ahead. Finish
No,
your
it's
song.
fine.
No, I saw the
Charlie's-
look on your
no.
face.
Charlie...
I was comedically trying to cut you off before you sang, but then I think I saw a little hurt on your face. So please finish
I know
the
people
song.
are wondering how good of a bull you are, and you're so good that you. We can't
Round
get
one.
We can't get We can't. Maybe we'll be able to get a video of it. But there is a ball stuck in the gutter because he threw his ball as the pins were going up.
I was trying to
If we could get the
sneak one
bumpers
in.
on, yeah.
Sometimes if you sneak one in before
she got it?
they go down.
Yeah.
Here's what happened with my bowling game is I haven't bowled in 2 years.
Yeah.
And no, that's not true. I bowled I bowled last month. What I'm doing right now is I'm hustling you. So I'm showing you, and then we're gonna put some money on the next game.
That's
and
fine.
That's when I really start showing my stuff. I also think these lanes are slanted a little bit.
A little
They're
bit.
not- regulatory.
Well, that's
lanes.
also because you're just wearing one shoe.
Oh, that's a good misdirect. That's a good joke structure.
It's from Happy Gilmore.
Oh, shoot. Okay, I was going to say you should write that down, but that'd be
Well,
plagiarism.
it's not. It's. I use some creative liberties. I need to go bowl.
Oh, yeah, you got to go bowl. All right, well, I have more
Wait,
questions.
No,
but
I
go.
want to ask you a question.
Yeah,
and
what's
then
your
you can
question?
answer while I'm
yeah,
bowling.
yeah. It would take a little longer, actually.
No, I'm
That'd
thinking.
be-
What is your favorite joke to tell on stage and why?
Oh, wow, this is a good question. My favorite joke to tell on stage, jeez Louise. Honestly, it's usually a new bit. It's usually a bit I haven't told before that I get excited about because I don't overwrite it. I write, Colleen just sat down. Roffe asked me what my favorite joke to tell is on stage and why. And
Can I what I think your favorite is?
okay, what do you think my favorite is?
The new one in the ice fishing bit is. Well, that's okay. Wait, hold on.
The ice fishing? No, I was just saying the ones that I'm most excited to tell are the newer ones, because I kind of have like one really funny line in there, and a few other maybe funny lines, but I can usually, the way my process works, I guess, is I like. That was a burp. Sorry. I feel like I'm on Miles' podcast now. I like finding jokes on stage because I feel like they come out of this place of survival.
Yeah.
You know, where like if you mess this up, it's going to bomb. And I like doing this at the beginning of the show to give me that
Right.
little extra, I need this to succeed.
All
and
or
I
nothing,
fu-
a little bit of a risk.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think when you put your brain into that zone, you kind of find some funny
I
jokes.
feel like your on the fly stuff, so, like with people in the crowd is. I feel like I see the most excitement there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I feel like you like doing that.
I do, yeah. It's that improv. Speaking of improv, Colleen just moved to Milwaukee maybe 6 months ago, something like
Yeah.
that, right? So she was in Minneapolis area before, and so she moved here to go full time at the company Cripescast.
I was full time.
Cripescast. By the way, how good is that going to look on your LinkedIn resume when you decide you hate this job? I spent a year and a half at Cripescast. 2 years. I'm committed to something.
Yeah.
And so you moved here, and now you've done a few sketches on your own, and
Yeah.
now you're starting to do improv. Where?
Yeah, I'm doing improv starting Tuesday is my first class.
Yeah.
And
What made you want to do improv?
I actually read Tina Fey's. I've always wanted to do
Yeah.
improv and do that. I looked a couple months ago, but it was like kind of filling up and we were traveling and the session would have ended this week.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, wait. And then I read Tina Fey's book and I'm watching 30 Rock and it's a lot of improv stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, send it. Let's go.
That's great.
And I want to do that now.
Yeah, The Office too, I think, is heavily based on improv as well.
Yeah. Well, like a little bit. But why? Like
really?
Curb. No, like Office is pretty scripted.
I thought they did a lot of improv in
They
The
have
Office.
some. I'm listening to the podcast.
Oh,
Office
really?
Ladies Pod.
Okay, so you know more than I
I
do.
know more than you.
I'm up.
Yeah, you're up.
All right, well, hang on. Keep telling them, though, why you did improv and why you thought it was important. And
Does anybody care about this?
yeah, people
Okay.
care, because what if someone else is in Milwaukee and they're trying to get better at
Okay.
comedy and do comedy and,
Well,
and do
I'm there
writing,
with
because
ya.
you're a great writer. You know, you've got a lot of natural instinct. You've written some stuff with our videos, and
That's true.
now this is improving both, you know, your writing skills, and
And-
it's because a lot of great ideas come out of just improv bits.
Right.
You know, it's like
I can only write so many therapy jokes. I feel like I gotta figure out other things to
You-
talk
that is
about.
your go-to.
I know.
All right, I'm gonna go bowl.
Have you done improv?
You know this.
Andy Raffic. No, I don't.
Oh yeah, I was at Second City in Chicago for a bunch of years. Yes.
Realize these bowling balls here, cue balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. We've been knowing that.
Thank you. So we're back to me now.
Yeah.
Yes, I was. Wow, Charlie.
All right. He got more than
Jeez.
one down.
Yeah, he's bowling on the right lane this time.
That's so. That's so interesting. Do you see how they clear them with the strings? Sorry,
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
I was a Second City graduate of the conservatory program in Chicago.
A little spin on
he
it.
did better now. Oh, we went right through. The field goal is, yeah. Looks like Robbie Gould from the playoffs.
Sports.
Yeah. And so I was in Second City for years and then moved out to Los Angeles. And now I'm more back in the Midwest.
What do you think was the best thing that you gained from doing improv? Biggest takeaway?
The ability to listen.
Yeah.
And not thinking of the next thing to say, listening to the other person.
Okay.
I still have to work on that. I think the worst mistake people in improv can make is trying to be funny. Some of the best scenes I ever was a part of or saw when people were just being honest and being real.
What were we talking about?
Improv.
Oh, yeah. Have you done improv? Oh, did we just see this is another
No,
reason
he
this
said,
is terrible?
he goes to me, he goes, you know this. And I was like, no, I don't. So then you have no excuse because you've known him longer. He did
Yeah.
Second City.
Oh, why? Do you have some, like, thing against improv?
No, I just, you know that I did it for, he doesn't matter.
I know that you didn't. Andrew,
I'm taking it,
He doesn't remember,
I'm
like-
taking it up with HR.
That'll be-
I am the HR department at Cripescast.
How am I supposed to remember every fact?
I remember every fact about you.
Aw.
I do.
Should we do like a honeymooners game between you two?
Yes.
And you guys have to write down
Oh,
the answers.
I would for sure
Let's
win.
do it. Just say it on the count of three.
Yeah.
Just give it
Okay.
a question.
So, I'm gonna ask it, and then I'll hand the mic to Charlie.
Okay.
And you both say it. What is Andrew Raffy's biggest fear?
Biggest
Wait,
what?
Fear.
Oh, okay. And then we'll both whisper it.
Wait, no, I have to. That's too heavy. Do something.
Okay.
Do something.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Spiders doesn't work. Snakes.
Oh no. Okay, that's true. I do have one. Oh yeah. No, I do.
Didn't
Sorry.
we just talk about this?
Yeah. Yeah. It was. Yes. Okay.
We literally-
David's fair. Yeah.
Not having his CPAP machine.
What did he say?
What did you say yours?
Oh, the ocean. Open water. What did you say?
I said not having your CPAP machine.
Oh. Well, that is a good one.
We were in
Salt
Salt
Lake.
Lake City,
Yeah.
and you need to have distilled water
That's right.
for a CPAP machine, and there was a distilled water shortage in Salt Lake
That's
City.
true. There was.
And Andrew ended up having to go to where? You went to a Walmart
I went to
at
a
like midnight.
Well, yes, and it was a Walmart, but it also doubled as a warming house for meth addicts.
Okay, well,
What?
you relax with that.
This is my one chance at being on the Cripescast. Charlie will literally interview a wall before I'm ever on it.
That's not true.
Can I talk
you're-
about how we met? Because I'd like to redo my answer.
Yeah, but I think we went through it. Okay, go. Yeah.
How we really met.
All right, you're a little hot. All right, go. Go ahead.
I was in Los Angeles, and I'd just come off of working on a movie
Wow.
starring Regina Hall
Jeez.
as a writer.
You want allow me to
Oh,
pick
here
up
comes
these
the name
names you
drop.
just dropped. What are you doing here? You
That's
trying
what
to
I was
flex?
doing. That's what I was doing.
So you're dropping names.
I was a writer on it, and someone had sent me. Here's how it really happened. My buddy had sent me your video, and I was like, I ignored it because whatever. And then this other girl posted on Facebook, and I'm like, this is the second time I've seen this video. So I reached out to him, and then a few weeks later, I was back in LA, and we had coffee, and then I started sending you voice memos of like dumb jokes. And then one day you came over to my apartment and were saying, hey man, I'm going to do a couple shows and I need a producer. What would you think about doing it? And I swear to God, I wanted to say no because I was in so much fear. I had no idea how to do that. But my career was tanking. And so I just said yes and learned to figure it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to thank the sponsors of the Cripescast. First off, Jolly Good Soda. I'm in New Hampshire, and unfortunately, I can't find Jolly Good Soda out here, which makes it difficult to have a proper old-fashioned. So if you have a chance when you're in Wisconsin, head into a grocery store. If they don't have that Jolly Good, ask the manager, say, hey, where the hell is the Jolly Good guy? Say, hey, where in the heck is the Jolly Good guy? And then he'll feel that peer pressure to stock those shelves with Jolly Good, and that's because he's too Midwest nice not to. Or you can just go to jollygood.com.
All right, so while we have time, tell me your 3 biggest pet peeves about Charlie.
He gives too much.
Okay, that's one.
He's not overly punctual,
No.
which is fine
Yeah.
because he gets there eventually. 3, you said 3. Probably the floors at his house.
What about him?
They're the loudest, creakiest floors in America. And when I sleep upstairs, there's no way that I'm not waking up everyone who's there simply by walking to the bathroom.
Do you think his place is haunted?
I think the attic is.
Yeah.
Because there was some stuff up
What do
there.
you think's up there?
I don't know. Maybe like
And why would a ghost just stay in the attic? It's like the worst place to be.
I don't know. Maybe just trying to stay out of the way.
Yeah.
It's a considerate ghost.
That's right.
I think it's the ghost of a child who was trapped up there in like the 1800s
Uh-huh.
and is now just like a really, really big fan of the Manitowoc Minute.
Charlie's a big ghost. Big ghost.
He's got a lot of ghosts following.
Yeah, big ghost following.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's big in the underworld.
Yeah. It's big in the underworld.
But no, I enjoy most things about Charlie. What would your 3 things be? Oh, wait a second.
Oh. Hold on. We're just... Okay, yeah, no. We're talking about our 3 biggest pet peeves about you.
Colleen, come have a seat. What's the 3 biggest pet peeves about Charlie Berens? All right, let's hear them.
I did mine. They weren't that rude.
Okay.
He loves the things I get him so much that he often leaves them in hotel rooms because he donates them to people in need. That's one. That's really sweet. He's on top of my finances. Like one time I accidentally used an Uber on the company card in my personal life, and he let me know about that.
Because it was in the middle of COVID.
It was a mistake.
And I'm
I
looking
used
at
the
my
wrong
credit
card
card bill. I haven't gone anywhere. And then I'm seeing these Uber charges for like $50. What
No.
was so important?
It was like $10 right
What was so important during the heart of
This
COVID?
is a family show.
Yeah, this
that
is a family show.
Do you have a romantic interest? Was this the pilot?
It was a love interest. Many lovers. Okay, so that's 2. Yeah, it's a family show.
What was the fella's name? Can you say it on here?
I'm not telling you.
Why would you not tell me?
It was a lady.
Was it?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know you went that way.
Yeah, I went back to your team and I decided to charge you for it. And the 3rd thing about you is, sometimes I call you and he's such a. Whenever I call him, I know it's gonna be a good conversation when he answers the phone by saying what.
Yeah.
That.
It's pretty rude. It's very rude of me. Sometimes I just get a little busy and then I say what? What I mean to say is what's up, but I'm just shortening it to what.
Well, actually, wait a minute, but I want to say one last thing. Last week, I had a career opportunity not go my way, and I was telling a friend about it. And, I'm very lucky that I get to go on all these shows. And my friend said, hey, man, you only need one champion, and you've got him in your career. And that's true.
Who is it?
It's you.
Oh,
So that my
I was
biggest...
gonna say John Berens.
Yeah, John Berens.
John Berens.
Yeah. So...
Well, I'm happy to be it. So...
and you're up, too.
I know. No, I'm not. Oh shoot! Charlie, I bowled for you.
You could... Oh, you bowled for me?
No.
I'm okay with that. You did all right.
I don't know what I'm thinking. Okay.
Oh, you got a 1?
No, I didn't bowl for you. That was you.
That was me. Guys, we are awful. This is the most embarrassing bowling game I've ever seen. It looks like we're golfing up there. It looks like we're on like hole 8 in the PGA right now.
Okay, so my
This isn't
biggest pet
good.
peeves.
Yeah. Just keep in mind that
My job's on the line.
All right, and action.
And cutting in. Your texting is the worst.
In that I don't use proper punctuation.
No,
Mm.
your response time.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably a big one.
That's bad. Okay, I feel like we're doing our end of the year review right now. Okay, got it. Check. Glad we got
I
that
tell you
time.
that all the time.
Although it did make me think of a sketch. Guy who
Too close to home. It's like a little,
No,
you
the
told me,
sketches
you're
are-
like, wouldn't this be so funny?
It'd be
You
so
said-
funny. Guy who never gets back to you via text, and then when you're with him, he's always on his phone.
Literally, art imitating life, imitating art. Imitating.
You're trying to get my phone. It's gonna look sad.
he hit me right there?
Oh,
Okay. And then I would say number 2.
jeez, we're only on number 2.
I know.
I'm too fashionable.
Yeah. No, you.
Go
let
ahead.
me think. Let me go full. I'll think of a better way
Oh,
to say it because
jeez.
I don't want to lose my job.
I'll think of 3 more.
No, all right,
No.
relax. You only
Okay.
get 3
What are your
per
3 biggest
person.
pet peeves of yourself?
That I procrastinate. Colleen.
Wow, almost a straight.
Dang. Producer
Yeah.
of the Cripescast, also a bowling aficionado.
You're bowling. You almost got a
Aficionado.
straight.
Oh, she only got 9.
I think it's interesting that you call yourself a procrastinator because you might be the hardest worker I know.
Well, that's some people have inadequate view of how much work they're doing.
That's true.
Colleen, let's make them like 3
Fun
words
and lighthearted or
apiece.
something.
No, what do you have? What do you have? Go for it.
Um,
I'm glad this was the question too. Who the hell came up
It was
with
Roffe.
this
That was a
question?
Roffe one. I would say sometimes
Go on.
when I like send you something
Yes.
and then it takes you like 3 weeks to be like, we should have done this.
Oh,
Like
have I
something
done
pitched
that?
where we forget it.
Yeah. No,
maybe?
that's true.
Or yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel like I only do that to you?
No.
I do it to
that's
everyone?
Me. That's me.
Oh, that's your beer.
Yeah.
I need another beer for all
This
this
is you.
criticism
This is you.
I'm taking. I gotta pour a little more. All right, so yeah, that is my bad. So it's
and
a great
maybe
idea.
you're just too kind.
What do you mean I'm too kind?
I'm trying to
What
be
do you say?
nice and say it's something that's actually not a pet peeve. I don't know.
Oh no, we're still talking about number 2. Well, because I
Oh.
think a lot of people have this stuff. You have a good idea. No, it's true. Like right now, we're sitting on a bunch of good sketches, like if Days of the Week were people, and
yeah.
we have a whole bar sketch, a whole bartender's
Oh
sketch
my gosh, I
coming
forgot
out.
about that.
Yeah, I know. So we've been sitting on these, but the reason, and a lot of stuff is written for them, but the reason that we haven't shot it yet
Midwest
is just
soap
we've been
opera.
so busy. Huh?
Midwest soap opera.
Midwest Soap Opera, another good one. Well, you know the reason for that. We got to get in the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
place as Miles to shoot that. Is that 3? Did
No.
you list? Oh,
You
God.
you elaborated. You went.
All right, before I bowl, what's the 3rd one?
Sometimes you're not the best at scheduling.
Oh, no shit. Yeah, obviously. Also, I want to thank Duluth Trading Company. Colleen, you have some Duluth Trading Company stuff,
I
don't
do.
you? Yeah.
Wait, which one did I steal? I stole
you
it from your
stole a
collection.
lot of
Yeah, I
stuff.
have stolen a lot.
Remember
Yep.
that nice zip-up hoodie that we got from the luge?
Yep,
And that just
yeah.
miraculously found
It's at the office, but it's
Oh,
also
it is at the
hidden,
office.
so
Oh,
I
okay.
only use it. But yeah,
very
no,
nice.
it's really nice. Love that.
It's great stuff.
Yeah.
And when we did our ice fishing video that we put out last week, all our stuff was Duluth Trading Company. They actually have a Alaskan hard gear, some really good ice fishing stuff, very warm.
Yeah.
So you can steal that too if you ever
Okay.
go ice
Yeah, I
fishing.
appreciate that.
They'll
Yeah.
get you out ice fishing. Bill, Colleen has these newlywed questions, and then
All right.
here I'll give the
long have you
headphones
guys-
to Colleen.
How long have you guys known each other, actually, though?
Me and Bill.
Yeah.
56 years.
Okay.
We went to war together. Fought the Germans. Came home and here we are.
There
It
you
was
go.
the good war.
It was one of the good ones. We survived. That's probably not going to make it in there.
No, I don't plan on editing much of this. So,
Yeah.
well,
Oh,
Colleen,
who's editing?
Oh.
Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't plan on editing this at all. So,
yeah, it's
Colleen
going out
will
as
decide
is.
what
I'm
goes in, what
The
goes out.
newlywed question is you ask somebody.
going to ask you guys a
figure out
question.
how well you know each other,
Oh,
and
okay.
you whisper it into the mic because then I can't hear
Or
it.
how-
Okay.
or
And
how
then I'll
about-
say mine.
How about I go 3, 2, 1, and then at the same time you both say it?
Okay, well then I need
Yeah, so
another.
I'll do like this and-
Okay, all right. What is it? All right, we have to go. When you know your answer, we'll count to 3 and we'll both say it. All right, what is it?
What is Charlie's go-to drink at the bar?
1, 2, 3. Miller Lite.
An expensive tequila that nobody's ever heard of that angers the bar manager because it's expensive.
Did he say tequila soda?
He goes an expensive tequila that nobody knows.
I do like tequila a lot. But we were at this, Bill saying that because I asked for a tequila soda last night. Because I like that because especially that's usually my before I go on stage drink. No, but the reason is it's like sometimes if you drink beer a lot before you go on stage, you just get tired because like there's too much
Or burpee.
or burpee or whatever. You're in the. Thanks for taking my joke. Yeah, I don't know. So I also heard somebody say once, and I think it might be a lie, but they said tequila is an upper, and I just want a little bit more upbeat energy before going on stage than like getting kind of like if I
It's
have
an
an old,
upper in that you'll be up in the morning vomiting if you drink too much of it.
yeah, but if I drink an old fashioned before I go on stage, that's usually a bar after the show drink, you know, in my opinion. But I've certainly had enough before shows. Oh, I'm up.
Get up there and pick your balls. It's all about grabbing the right balls in bowling. You grab some other guy's ball, you could have a problem. People take this very seriously.
So if you're just tuning in now, we're still at the bowling alley.
I've been going with the number 8, the 8 ball. And all of the bowling balls are like bowling
Billiards.
billiards, yeah.
Of sorts.
So I'm pretty down with the number 8. It's got the right weight. It's got the right size, holes for my fat fingers. And
All right, so I guess a question that so many fans have asked about this. How do you and Charlie know each other?
So we went to different high schools actually, but we were friends in high school because I lived in Brookfield, Wisconsin for a couple years during the high school times. And Charlie lived in Elm Grove, as did most of my friends. So just by association.
Do you remember meeting him or like your first impression?
I remember seeing him in the hallway, and he was just so beautiful. And there was like this light shining behind him.
Yeah.
And his eyes were bright, and there was like music playing and stuff. And I was
Okay.
like, I like this guy.
I'm going to have to put up we have a picture of his old modeling days back in high school.
Perfect.
A nice Abercrombie and Fitch look. And
Guy stays in shape. Doesn't show in his bowling, but it's me. I gotta do a deuce.
all right.
I'm kind of nervous about the stuff Bill's been saying every time I've been gone.
I just need to make one quick clarification.
What's that?
Well, you called me a name dropper, and I don't like that. I am so not. No, I'm not. And my friend Anthony Hopkins can vouch for me that I am not a name dropper.
I just love that you retold that story, and from what I can
Because I
tell,
wanted to plug the movie.
is the movie coming out soon? Yeah, give it a plug.
Are you in a movie?
It came out.
He wrote the movie.
No, I was one of the writers. It came out last year. It's on Amazon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What? Well, did it get good reviews?
Yes, it did. It won a couple of festivals.
That's awesome. I'm so out of the loop.
It's called Purpose Over Prison. It stars Romany Malco, who wrote and directed
Oh, that's the movie with Romney.
Yeah.
I thought you said something about Regina Hall.
it. She's in it too.
Well,
Yeah.
had I watched it, I would have
yeah.
known.
I
Are
think-
you in it? Do you
No.
have a no?
No.
You've been in some movies though, right?
I have been in a few, yeah. A couple. It's in a movie called Think Like a Man, 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was in a movie called Year One. And
Wait, why were you doing the yeah thing?
just to be stupid.
Okay.
Just to make fun
Yeah.
of me.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't make fun of Colleen.
Yeah.
That's-
Why
She's
not?
the only woman
I
on
am
this
the-
podcast. You make fun
I
of
Do
am-
not assume that.
I am Mrs. Cripescast.
Yeah.
That is me.
Charlie is wearing these sweatpants that I got him for Christmas, and they're really, really comfortable.
Yep.
And that's what I do. Is I'm like his mother. He's got a great mother, but I'm his road mother.
Oh boy. Some truth in that. I kind of wonder. Weren't you saying you and Bill should have a podcast?
Yeah. The idea for Bill and I to have a podcast because Bill is a cinephile which that means he's seen like every movie ever made, and I have not. So the idea for Bill and my podcast is each week we watch a movie. Bill recommends a movie that he's seen and I've never seen, and then it's sort of the center point for our conversation about it.
My favorite part about this whole deal is while you're going on this pitch, Bill in the background is saying, "I'll take another picture." That's gonna be the vibe. Yeah,
well, that's
kinda
fine.
hear that,
Whatever gets Bill's creative juices flowing.
Well, that sounds good. Hey, Roffe, you're up.
I gotta go up.
Yeah, there you go, Bill.
Thank you.
So, Bill, do you think this Magic Mike podcast here, not like the stripper, but just moving the mic around like a Magic Mike, do you think it's going to be listenable to?
I think that's questionable. There might be some software that can isolate some of this ambiance, but I'm actually not supposed to be using a Sennheiser microphone. I'm sponsored by Shure.
Oh.
So we might have to do this again.
I'm sorry. We'll just go through and we'll mat it out.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Colleen will do that in post.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to do that. Yep.
Yeah.
You can make this look like a Shure.
So,
oh, this one is a Shure.
Oh, it is.
You've
this
got the
one's a
Sennheiser.
Sennheiser.
All right,
so
we're
you're
good. We're fine.
You just have to stick
Sure.
on the number 2.
It's a Shure thing.
No. So, Bill, tell us how did you get your start in the comedy world, the comedy and music world?
I grabbed onto your coattails.
Yeah.
And I just been suckling the teat since July.
It's nice.
I have no idea, to be honest with you. You brought me in.
Well, I did, but the reason I brought you in is Bill is one of the funniest guys I know, hands down. We went to high school together and that sort of stuff, and then he would always just be a really great musician, just the funniest guy in the deal. And I just always thought, like, being able to harness that and put it in videos or whatever, we would do great. So we did that. We did the Midwest meets East Coast.
Yep.
And
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and that was our best video of, like, I think that, like, 9-month stretch, you know.
I liked the second one because we got to dress like Minutemen.
Yes.
And I'll take any opportunity to wear a costume. I love it.
So, yeah, the sequel was then my character goes to New England, and then we meet up there, and, like, it got weird quick.
Yeah. Oh, I had those costumes ordered way ahead of time.
Yeah. And you wrote the song, too, the Cheers anthem.
Yes, the Cheers parody is an original work arranged and performed by myself. We're going to do a full release of it someday on Spotify because some people have wanted it. But, yeah, a lot of late nights in the studio getting that one out there.
Yeah, and I think from a recording standpoint, the ability to do parodies, it just opens up a whole new world that most people don't even have access to. So to be funny on top of it, I mean, I think
I'm looking forward to doing more of those. We get the world is our oyster in that regard.
Yeah. Well, and, you know, from a comedy standpoint and a music standpoint, do you see a lot of similarities? Like when you're writing jokes for stand-up and writing lines and songs, do you have some similar connectors?
Yeah, there's definitely some similar gears turning because the big thing for me is I procrastinate, and then I get into a sort of a you're under the gun moment, and that's where I really thrive. Like, I'll worry about shit and put it off, like writing a song or practicing a song or writing jokes until it's so close to the date that it's like, I can either buckle down and do this or just bomb.
Yeah.
So that's how I work. A lot of people study, they spread it out.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like, I'll do that later. I'll do that later until it's like 4 hours away, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, that's as evidenced by my jokes. This is not a tattoo. This is last night's jokes.
Yeah.
It looks kind of cool, though.
It does, but honestly,
makes me look kind of badass.
This is, I mean, you'll see stand-ups do their special, like filming their special.
Yeah.
And there will be a teleprompter in the audience.
That I would love.
Doing this exact thing. Not like a teleprompter for word-by-word joke, but it's a list of topics.
Right.
And the teleprompter scrolls through the topics.
That could be really valuable for me.
Yeah.
Just as a crutch, as a comfort thing.
Yeah, I think, you know, usually comedians, by the time they're ready to shoot their special, I feel like they have it so well there. But I feel also like every time I do a show, There's one bit that I just, I didn't say that tonight, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I left out a lot of jokes that I thought I was going to say, but, you know, being new to this, like I was saying to you, you come off stage and I thought I had done maybe 3 minutes, and I felt really bad because I was supposed to do 5, and you told me, no, you did 8.
Yeah, in Boston.
It's almost surreal in that moment because you really do lose track of time.
Yeah.
And the scariest things that happened to me up there doing that for the first few times is for a very brief moment, you finish a joke and then you can't remember the next one.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm kind of standing there like, this is the moment where I could just totally be like, I'm sorry, I got to go. Like, this is as far as I was able to take it.
Yeah.
So those were brief. And luckily little things like this helped me. And like I said, it's 5 minutes. So I was studying for it, leading up to it, and started to realize that I was approaching it like I had a fucking Netflix special that was going to be like an hour long. And then I was like, okay, I'm probably getting a little too worked up about this. Like I got to fill 5 minutes, try not to suck. Nobody's there to see me anyway.
Yeah.
And
that's not true. You brought a ton of people to Boston.
Well, I made them come. Yeah. Nobody's voluntarily there to see me. And, you know, that helps a lot.
Yeah.
It would be scary to be in your shoes. I'm very impressed by the amount of time you fill. And
no, it's just you do it enough, you're able to fill that time. You could easily fill an hour between your songs and all that sort of stuff. So, what, Colleen?
Now would be a bad time to say this wasn't.
That's very funny, but I'm looking at the red dot right there, so it absolutely is
cruel.
recording. Colleen
That's
goes,
cruel.
Would this be a funny time to say this isn't recording? Oh. I mean, I don't know. That would just make your life more miserable because then we have to reshoot all of it. Funny joke, though.
Do you think the guy who invented bowling balls had 3 fingers and he just wanted everyone else to have to deal with that?
Like, it's a whole bit. Do it. What does he do?
I don't know. Like, if the 3-fingered guy invented the bowling ball, that would make sense. But, like, could we maybe talk about, like, a whole grab the ball situation? I don't know.
That's funny. What other thing? That'd be a whole bit, and I think here's how you write it. You say, like, what other things make absolutely no sense like that? You know, like,
yeah, right.
Like, I can't think of any example. Scissors, yeah. Just 2 holes for the scissors.
Right.
Yeah.
I was also, as we've been staying in hotels, I've been really annoyed with how vast the selection of shower controls are. Temperature controls. They can't just pick one and stick with it.
No.
Everyone is different, and it takes me 30 minutes to figure it out. I'm scolding myself, and then I'm freezing my ass off, and I
agree. Yes, this comment is for Mr. Bill. Yeah. I agree with what you just said about the shower because at our hotel, if you move it just slightly more hotter, it is horrible.
Some of them are dials, some of them
breakfast.
are bars.
Finally, I want to say this. Go to mandwalkmint.com. My mom, this shout-out's for you. My mom, as you know, does all the merch. She does a great job. Go Packers and F the Bears socks. I'm wearing them with my bowling shoes right now.
It's a great pair.
It's a great pair. Jeez Louise. Anyway, if you want, okay, all right. I'll stand up
and show it.
If you want these Mandwalk Man socks, we got Mandwalk Man ones. Go Packer F the Bears. Keep her moving.
Yep.
Socks.
Keep her moving red socks.
Check them out. mandwalkmint.com.
Dante, shout out Dante for the new web store.
Shout out to Dante. He's our VP of merch.
Merch King.
Merch King is the official title,
yep.
and he is absolutely crushing it. He put together a new website. Check it out, mandwalkmint.com. And thank you all for supporting the Cripescast. Colleen, why don't you announce what? Colleen and Roffe, why don't you announce my bowling?
We're here today at the Pins in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, as Charlie attempts to get more than 1 pin.
His first 5 were a little rough, but he's a late bloomer, Charlie Berens.
He's looking over the balls here, trying to see what will work.
Playing with his balls to find the right one. He's now gripping his balls in the way only he knows how. No. He's gotten low into a nice squatting position.
Take a poop.
And a good spin.
He does have a spin on there.
And it looks like he got about 3 onto the left.
This is a record for him.
And he's ready to bowl again, although the pins are not ready. He's going to have to wait.
he sizes down. Is that what he?
Yeah, his impatience is
Oh.
showing right now. Here he goes. He's going to spin it and right to the gutter.
Right to the
There
gutter.
it goes.
Someone needs to spend more time
That's
doing
right.
Wii bowling.
Yeah.
Screwed the pooch.
Hey, where does that term come from?
Screwed the pooch. Well, Roffe, unlike you, I'm not going to go into my bit on this podcast.
Did you do that? What'd you do?
No, I didn't do a bit. I told the story.
One of my bits, I do one of your bits.
Okay. All right, I'll do
Mommy's
one.
glass is getting low.
My sisters always bring
Yeah,
that
Bridget,
line up too.
Bridget and I say it to each other a lot. Bridget is the associate producer on the podcast. She's my favorite.
Bridget
Berens.
Berens is going to love cutting this
That's mine.
podcast. That's your beer?
Yep.
Oh,
Thank
well,
you. It's okay.
we've all-
What? Actually, I'll ask you this question.
Yeah.
What bit do people come up to you after a show or they see you out and about? They're like, I love this so-and-so bit, and you have no idea what they're talking about because they've completely butchered it or like misconstrued the bit.
Well, I do a bit about handshakes, about how I don't like handshake, or I don't like and I'm very clear on stage. I don't like specific the handshake where they're trying to add inches to their bratwurst with their handshake, you know,
Yeah.
where they just
Macho
squeeze
guy.
it so hard. And I say that I like handshakes. I just don't like that handshake. And then at the meet and greet every time, they're like
Yeah.
coming up, you know, they're doing the fist bump thing. And I'm doing like stick shift. I'm like, why? And then they're like, oh, I know you hate handshakes. I'm like, no, you didn't listen, or perhaps I didn't communicate well enough. It's probably that. And that's a lesson in ego. Is it your fault or their fault?
Charlie also though is the guy that will do that handshake.
I've squeezed hands
No, I'm
too
just
hard.
saying it. I just
Colleen,
make up
gave you
things.
3 bullet points of criticism.
Oh, okay.
We're supposed to get it all out of your system in those 3 bullet points.
You know that doesn't. I went bold and came back.
Wow.
It's amazing the respect that this new generation has for their elders.
Yeah, Charlie.
Agreed.
Charlie, can you just kind of, I guess like you're just like I don't know. You guys are all what 10 years older than me.
I'm about to turn 30.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
all-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe go through some things now in pop culture that you just don't get. Do you know what push and pee means?
Push and pee.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's when
Oh.
old people go to the bathroom late at night.
Push and
Do you
pee.
know what that is?
Is that like?
I don't know.
Is that
It
the
means
same
it's
thing?
good.
Oh.
Means it's good.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
it's
only
good.
that. It's a new song, Push and Pee.
Oh, push and pee. Yeah, I totally knew that.
And then
All right, give us the next one.
no bag. Well,
Oh,
no, which bag?
No cap.
No, I know no cap means. That
Oh,
means
do you know what bag secured is?
it's something making money, right?
What do you think?
We're gonna wrap this sucker up.
Oh, it's my turn.
Here.
I have to go. I'm only 14 down.
All right.
and
All
I
right.
absolutely feel like I can win this thing.
All right. Say goodbye to the podcast.
We're done?
Yeah.
Goodbye, podcast.
All right. See you, Roffe. Bill, any final thoughts?
I just want to reiterate that bowling is a game of endurance,
Yes.
physical prowess.
Yeah.
Um,
That's why you're hydrating with your
you
electrolyte wheat.
Mhm.
Ale.
Yep, this is imported actually from Milwaukee.
Yes. Good.
And
city.
yeah, I mean it's a sport that lends itself to heavy set people. You can use your weight in your favor. So you see a lot of folks like me here working on their game, staying fit.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a game of picking the right shoes, jamming your fingers in those 3 holes,
Yeah.
getting up there, and trying not to throw your back out.
And how's it going so far today?
Not too great. I have 29 pins, and we're on the 7th frame.
But is your back in good shape?
I'm heavily sedated right now,
Yes.
and I'm also taking. My doctor ordered me to drink 3 Miller Lights every hour, so I'm doing fine.
Okay. Good to hear.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
So this has been a pleasure,
It's
though.
been a pleasure having you on the podcast and
Yeah.
on the tour.
Yeah.
Bill.
It's been a pleasure,
All right.
and
Yeah.
you're driving back to the hotel.
And we will conclude with the executive producer of the Cripescast, the young, the talented Colleen Muraca,
What else?
a.k.a. Coco Muraca.
Yep.
So how has it been editing the Cripescast this past year?
Good. I think this episode might get us to 1 million downloads.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yep.
This might do it?
I think this might do it.
Okay.
No, this past year it's been a lot of fun. I feel like we've had a lot of like a variety of guests of every like profession,
Yeah.
or a lot, not every. I won't assume.
You don't want to assume
I
that
don't
I
know.
haven't talked to somebody from every single
No.
profession
No.
and not 1 million downloads yet. If I talked to someone from every profession and we didn't yet have 1 million downloads.
This is when Charlie likes to mansplain.
Dang. Burn. Burn.
This
Okay.
is textbook definition.
Do I
No,
really
Charlie, you
mansplain
don't.
a lot?
You don't. No.
Because what mansplaining really is. That was a good bit that I think
Did
we
we?
ended up we took it out of that sketch.
The Midwest Therapist.
Midwest Therapist.
Right. No, I think the Cripescast, we're on episode 90.
Yeah.
A million more to go.
Yeah. Okay.
And I feel like we're getting to a good place with it.
From a guest perspective, sometimes we have people with big followings or musicians or whatever, and those are kind of the big episodes. But what I like is that we also talk to folks in just your normal walks of life, or that they have a specialty in some issue. And so I think it gives it a wide breadth of like range. I understand that probably not everybody likes all the episodes, you know, but that's how it is
That's with every podcast.
with every podcast. But, I really try to find like issues that I'm interested in and care about. And I think over time, it'll be, I know we've had some absolutely killer interviews.
I would say like the one that kind of came out of nowhere that I wasn't expecting to like. So like, I obviously care about the earth, but the Samantha Longshore,
Yeah.
her thing about recycling, I literally know how to recycle now, and I do it correctly. So if that's one thing that we get out of this, we're saving basically bottom line, Cripescast is saving the world.
Yeah,
we're
absolutely.
saving the environment.
No. I realize that it's sounding a little self-grandiose.
I know,
but
sorry, but
No, I'm glad that it worked out, but I guess I'm not even trying to say from a standpoint of like but these are things that like I'm just curious about, and I'm mostly just following that curiosity, and it's kind of as random as I think my brain is, which is why our guests are kind of all over the place. But I think that there's I don't know, I've enjoyed it. So I couldn't do it without you, so thank you very much.
you.
No, I really couldn't. I tried. And I was like, I cannot keep editing this.
Yeah.
I can't keep listening to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but it's getting good.
That's really a good plug for the Cripescast
already
podcast. I can't keep listening to myself. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, and that is it for this week's episode of the Cripescast.
Follow the Cripescast on all social medias.
Yeah, what else?
Cripescast.
What else do we need to say? Every week, Colleen gives me a nice, detailed email of things to say, and then I completely mess it up.
Make sure to follow Roffe and Bill on all the socials. We'll put them in the show notes.
Yeah, we put them in. We do it. Do we have show notes?
Yeah, we do.
That's awesome.
Yep.
I'm such a jackass that I even asked that.
I think that might be someone's.
Billy, what's your where can people follow you, Bill?
Half of the show has been me going, is this my beer?
Billy Deuce 86.
At Billy Deuce 86.
ASAP _ Roffe.
At ASAP _
everything.
Roffe. Roffe like coffee. ROFFE.
Billy Deuce 86 at myspace.com.
Follow him. Big thanks to everybody for coming on this week's Cripescast. Colleen, thank you for executive producing, and big thanks to Bridget, my sister, Bridget Berens, for producing.
Colleen Muraca on all the socials.
Oh yeah. Yeah, shout out your socials.
You're good.
No, Colleen,
Colleen
just.
Muraca, COLLENMU.
Oh, that was tragic. The mic literally cut off right during Colleen's outro. But anyway, you can follow her on Instagram at Colleen, COLLEEN MURR, 3 R's. She does post videos. That's what I was saying is it got cut off. She posts some sketches of her own. They're very funny. Make sure you check them out. And also follow my buddy Andy Roffe. That's at ASAP _ Roffe. And Andy and I are good friends. I feel like listening back to the podcast, we were giving each other a lot of crap. And I was like, geez, Charlie, you're coming off kind of mean to Andy, but he knows I love him. And we just have that kind of brotherly relationship where we rip on each other. So anyway, cheese squeeze, we hit the rumble strip. Anyway, make sure you follow Andy Roffe at ASAP_Roffe, Bill Doucette at BillyDeuce86. And of course, if you go to Cripescast.com and you click on the merch, the Watch Out for Deer koozies, 100% of the proceeds are going to help humanitarian relief in Ukraine. Just want to thank you all for your support of the people of Ukraine, and all prayers for them and thoughts to them. For Lord knows how long this is going to last. So we'll do our best to help them in the small way we can. And yeah, that's it. If you want to follow the Cripescast, we're on all social media platforms at Cripescast. Thank you all so much for listening. And until next week, keep her moving and watch out for deer. All right, real good. Tell your folks I says hi. Bye-bye now.
So roll out the barrel and get the band brewing. Life's got you down, just keep her moving. It's on Wisconsin, the Badgers say it's the old Wisconsin Jubilee.
You know, sometimes when you're ice fishing, you put your foot in the walleye hole and go ass over tea kettle and you think you're done. No, you gotta keep her moving.